time now for another edition of Chopping Wood with our good buddy Eric Wood. The Bills lost on a last-second field goal after a nice comeback against the Texans. What stood out to you from the game?
Well, the offense struggled again. They only put up 3 points in the first half, but in the second half, Josh got it going a little bit offensively. I love the way they recommitted to the rushing attack, even though they were down by multiple scores, and then they were able to get some things going on the ground. Ty Johnson ripped off a nice run, and James Cook had the rushing touchdown. For the second straight week, Josh hit Dalton Kincaid over the middle for a big chunk play, and something I'd definitely like to see more of. And then you got to love Keon Coleman making that huge play on fourth down for the touchdown. On the defense side of the ball, it was great getting Terrell Bernard back, and he made his presence felt. He had the awesome fourth down stop and then the huge interception when it looked like the Texans were going to put up points.
Well, we may as well jump right to the second half. The first offensive drive in this after halftime, it started with this 19-yard run by Ty Johnson.
Yeah, the Bills are in their heavy personnel. They got Alec Anderson in at tight end, so they have 6 offensive linemen on the field. He's going to be all the way to the right, lined up at tight end. He's going to give a little presence to Dion and then get up to the second level on a DB. Ty Johnson, seeing the free linebacker, knows he's got to take this ball outside. Well, the Bills had great blocking on the perimeter. Marcus Valdez-Scantling and Shavers on the outside. They get a couple nice blocks and spring them for a nice game.
Yeah, and a couple of plays later, Josh connected with Dalton Kincaid for 26 yards. This is the play you mentioned earlier. What did you see?
The Bills have Kincaid and Knox up at the top of the screen. And so they're both lined out to the left. And Knox is going to run a guy off. Keon Coleman's going to sit on a hitch. And that's going to allow Kincaid to come over the middle of the field. And he's going to be wide open just in between those two linebackers. Josh does a nice job with his eyes, getting those linebackers to separate to be able to make this throw.
The very next play, James Cook punched it in from 5 yards out. Break this one down.
This is the Bills' duo concept. So you get 2 double teams right in the middle, and you got to watch Osiris Torrance here. So him and Spencer Brown are going to double team the nose guard. As soon as he sees the linebacker commit, he needs to leave. Well, Spencer Brown lets the guy go as well. So the defensive tackle falls on his face, and Osiris ends up blocking about 3 guys, plus getting the shove on James Cook into the end zone for the touchdown.
Then on the next Bills possession, the Bills decide to go for it on 4th and 5. Josh hits Keon Coleman, who turned it into a 49-yard touchdown. What did you see here?
This was an aggressive call by McDermott to go for it in this situation. Houston ran a lot of man blitzes, just saying, hey, we think we can cover on the outside. Well, Keon Coleman here makes them pay. When you're going to run a cover 0 type blitz, so there's no deep safety here. It's everybody 4-on-4 in man coverage. Someone's got to win. Keon Coleman separates just enough and then makes a nice move after the catch to be able to break free. And then you see some nice blocking down the field from Dawson Knox and Hollins.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, Terrell Bernard made a huge interception in his return from injury. What did you see from him on this interception?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is film study. So Bills are in a 2-high look, cover 2. So Terrell Bernard's got that middle of the field. Well, he runs with Dalton Schultz for a second, so he takes him away. He gets C.J. Stroud's eyes off of him and then understands the route concept, understanding that now C.J. Stroud's going to want to go to Diggs. And this is just a really headsy play. He completely fools the second-year quarterback.
Great stuff, as always. Thanks for this, E. We'll catch up with you after the Bills face the Jets on Monday Night Football.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it, Steve.